And we are back to Lucas Imbiriba. What's up, guys? GeorgeTheCloud here. Welcome to the channel and welcome to my life. Big shout out to Brad Taggart. Thank you so much for the coffee and the support. So he has requested Sultans of Swing, Dire Straits fingerstyle guitar cover. I am familiar with the song. For some reason, I always get Dire Straits confused with Eric Clapton. And so there's some type of connection there. I think it's because they're from the same era, but this is probably the only song that I know from Dire Straits. If I ever react to the original, it's going to be on my classics channel, so feel free to check that one out if you're interested in, the original music from back then. But I've reacted to two of his covers by Lucas, and let me see if I could tell you. Lucas, just before we get started, I will let you know Another Brick in the Wall and Stairway to Heaven. So those are the ones that I have heard. In case you guys have more suggestions, you can let me know in my Coffee platform or Patreon. It helps out a lot. Okay, let's get into it. Grab some popcorn, fill up your water, put your headphones on, and let's go. Oh, we get the lyrics on here. The guitar is singing. This seems so complex.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel.
What the heck?
And if you want to support me as an artist, check out my patreon.com/Lucas
Go to his Patreon.
for some cool guitar tutorials.
And go to mine after, why not? We are not worthy. Respect. That was such high level of guitar playing that I don't even... I can barely fathom witnessing this. It makes me feel like I am not using my fingers to their full potential. This is like the finger Olympics going on here. The speed, the agility, the ability to transition so quickly from one note to the other and from like different segments of the song that it's really mind-blowing. Like you would not believe it if you weren't actually watching him doing it and seeing his hands and his fingers and the guitar moving. If you just heard the audio and somebody told you it's just one guy playing this, you would be like, this is close to insanity. How could someone, you know, learn to get to this level of like just the speed and the concentration? I think this is borderline like you're trying to enjoy it, but you also have to be so concentrated at the same time. And I could see it on his face, right? It's like the level of dedication, the hard work all those hours going into practice. And clearly it's a song that he enjoys, right? And that he has heard it, hundreds of times. And it's like everything combined into this one moment, a 7 minute video of him showcasing, his heart and his passion put onto the music. Man, this is really insane. And I was thinking, about the finger style guitar. I'm not really sure when it started. Man, it's hard to say exactly because, um, well, guitars. When was the guitar created? I'm gonna say like mid 1800s. I may be completely off, and I understand that there's all types of like predecessors to the guitar in many different cultures, and there are instruments that kind of look like the guitar, even going back from to medieval times, right, where they had those instruments and they were like shaped like that, hollow on the inside, and they had strings. But I'm talking about this exact, the acoustic guitar, although I guess it doesn't have to be, but it actually may help my point in being that this sound is timeless and classic. Whenever it started, be it, in the 19th century or going back, like 800 years ago, it was fitting back then. If you were to, walk down the street and you heard somebody playing this, you would think, wow, this is absolutely amazing. And it would still fit for the time period. It's like, oh, okay, you're playing some notes here. What is this melody? What, percussion? It fits today in 2026, and it's still going to make sense and be appreciated 500 years from now, right? It's something that it's just forever. Compared to something like, let's say, K-pop, right, or something that is very trendy nowadays, or like, trap or hip hop. It's like, okay, it's making a big impact on, commercial radio now. If we were to play this in medieval times, they would be like, what, they could not understand it and maybe not enjoy it. If you don't understand it, maybe you won't enjoy it. And perhaps 500 years from now, it will go out of style completely. Who is to say, really? But with the guitar, I just think that it's something that it's always going to be, right? Man, this is such a hard song because of the, like I said, the different transitions, and it seems always changing. And aside from that, it's so long. It's a very long song. This is like the final boss of fingerstyle guitar. And I thought the others were complicated. Stairway to Heaven, not nearly, because there's a lot of slow moments in there, and it just gets kind of crazy with the guitar solo at the end, and when the rock begins to roll. Another Brick in the Wall, another kind of long song, but still, I wouldn't see this. Maybe I mean, I'm trying to think of what other songs can be more complicated, and there's probably a lot, but realistically, man, this is up there. No wonder it has so many views. Almost 7 million views, and it was published 5 years ago, and it's a cover. That is a ton, and I'm happy for him, deservedly so. He's holding the camera with his feet too. I don't doubt it. He's doing everything himself. Wow. Imagine he's one with his toes. He's holding one camera, and with the other toes, he's holding the lamp for the lighting. Yeah, I mean, you could train to a certain point, but then aside from that, it's like, do you actually have that in you? The power within to play something like this. Insane. All right. I was going to do a bit of research. So Dire Straits, if I'm remembering correctly, I did say I get it confused with Eric Clapton. The singer here is Mark Knopfler or Knopfler. I forget which one is silent, but one of those. I think that's what it is. And I'm going to say this came out in like 1978. Released date My God, guys, I am on fire. Dire Straits released their hit single Sultan of Swing in the UK on May 19th, 1978. It was later issued in North America in January 1979, where it became a massive commercial breakthrough. This is from their debut album release. Okay. Who's the band members though? Dire Straits. Dire Straits. I forgot to how to spell Straits. So they were a British rock band formed in London in 1977 by Mark Copler, David Copler, and John Isley and Pick Withers. The band was active from 77 to 88 and again from 90 to 95. Okay. So they weren't together for a super long time, but I still think they're like iconic. I always hear the name. And for the most part, it's always associated with the song because looking at the catalog here, Money for Nothing, I think I recognize that one. And that may be about it. So this could be a band that I dive deeper into. Anyway, this cover by Lucas here, incredible, and I'm also going to check out more from him. So stay tuned, don't go anywhere, hit the like, subscribe, and at the end do a flip. Till the next.